Coming up on Look Today, well, over 500 absentee ballots have been counted, and the future of Saratoga Springs City Government is still hanging in the balance. I've got details. Plus, we've got updates on the Downtown Revitalization initiative in Glens Falls. More on that coming up. And another demonstration took place outside Congresswoman Stefanik's office in Glens Falls. We have those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm J. Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with none other than Chuck Vaskanyan, President, Rockmont Record Club, and he's here to talk about the next presentation. It's Rod Stewart's Every Picture Tells a Story. And I also sit down with Marty Vonix. He's President, Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership. He's here to talk about the Prosperity Summit, very important meeting that's happening tomorrow. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories, and what are headline stories. Check this out. After the Saratoga County Board of Elections counted over 500 absentee ballots that should have decided the future of Saratoga Springs City Government, guess what? The verdict is still not in. Okay, as it stands right now, the vote for not to change the form of government is ahead by 10 votes. Almost 9,000 votes were cast. That's amazing. Now, there are not a lot of votes left to be counted. The deadline for veterans' absentee ballots is November 20th. Well, we spoke to Richard Sellers. He's a member of Success.
I think the most important thing, if you cut through everything, was Saratoga Springs right now with our former government is extremely successful. And the Charter Change Group was never able to make a solid case and show a great example of some place that we could relate to that was doing better under a city manager.
This has been an amazing topic to cover. I've gotten to know a lot of people and heard a lot of opinions about this. Now, it also came to our attention that people have questioned the eligibility of Skidmore students being able to partake in the election process in Saratoga Springs. Now, we pose this question to former chair of the Charter Review Commission, Bob Turner, who is also a professor at Skidmore. It's very interesting.
Students, renters are all allowed to decide what their residence is and where they vote. We don't see anyone complaining about the snowbirds voting. We don't see anyone complaining about the renters who are here short time. We don't hear people complaining about the people who may have a second home and just have a condo and live here part-time voting. We don't establish those rules. And so I feel this vitriol that we see towards the Skidmore students is really it doesn't reflect well on who we are as a community. Everyone has the right to vote.
Now you can count on us. We're going to be all over this every single day until the final tally is in. In other news, well, we also have updates on the Downtown Revitalization initiative in Glens Falls. This is a big deal. Now, as we told you yesterday, one of the first projects that commenced downtown is the SUNY Adirondack Culinary Arts Center, and it's located in the heart of Glens Falls in a brand new building on Hudson. Now, we caught up to Ed Bartholomew. He's president, Warren County EDC.
Another important project will be the development of the farmers market, a year-round farmers market in the downtown area. Another project, we have some funding that would be available to improve facades on the exterior of buildings in downtown, a fund for new retail and entrepreneurship programs coming, as well as funding for some not-for-profit organizations.
Wow. I've lived in Glens Falls for the better part, I think, 13 years now, and the changes are amazing. A lot of that has to do with Ed Bartholomew, by the way. All right, switching from news to weather. Well, today saw a slight increase in temperatures, whatever that means. Expect a chance of rain tomorrow. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update here on Look TV. For tonight, high pressure in control across much of the eastern part of the United States. Cold front advancing now through the Midwest into portions of the southeast, with high pressure building behind the Central Plains as well as towards the Canadian border as well. Low pressure approaching southeast Canada towards the Great Lakes. Warm front boundary now making its way through the Capital District. Lows tonight, 32 Albany, 34 in Scranton, 29 in Buffalo, so generally 30s with high pressure to the northeast of New England. Across the Capital District, generally mid-30s, a few isolated upper 30s will be expected for overnight lows. Whitehall 33. Towards Glens Falls, we'll be expecting freezing conditions. Head towards Johnsburg and Parsville elevation, even colder temperatures. Could see less than a half-inch accumulation of possible rain, snow showers. Then for Thursday, we could see a tenth to a quarter inch of rain with a high of 45 degrees with that west breeze of roughly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Still chilly with a few scattered showers, about 37 to 38 through your 8 a.m. hour. And as you take a look at the extended, we'll cool down to 27, 40 the afternoon high on Friday with full sunshine. Then we'll see our next chance of wet weather bringing rain and snow chances Saturday, 41 degrees. We keep the highs in the lower 40s with sunshine. Make that mostly cloudy skies rather on Sunday. Sunshine will try to peek back on Monday, 36, the afternoon high. That's a look at the first look weather forecast here on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now send it back to you, Jesse.
Well, thanks, Clarence. All right, back to the news. Well, demonstration was held yesterday. 21st Congressional District constituents protesting the new proposed tax plan. Now, the issues of concern are cuts to Medicaid and Medicare, and the fact that the cuts would then help corporate tax rates be reduced from 35% to 20%. Now, the protest took place outside Congresswoman Stefanik's office, and we spoke to Ellen Egger Amon. She's from the group called Saratoga Progressive Action.
Reported that in lovely Senate Republican territory in D.C., they had a closed-door luncheon where they decided, I don't understand how, to add into the tax bill a repeal of the individual mandate for the ACA, the Obamacare. So again, they are trying to take away our health care.
Gotta love democracy, which is why we cover that. By the way, we certainly gave you an oversimplified version of the tax plan. It's very complicated with a lot of pros and cons. But you have to respect people that want to have their voices heard. Up next, I sit down with one and only Chuck Visconyan, President, Rockmont Record Club. And he's here to talk about the next presentation at Cafe Lena. It's Rod Stewart's Every Picture Tells a Story. Plus, I also sit down with Marty Vonix. He's president, Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership. He's here to talk about the Prosperity Summit that's happening tomorrow. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. A couple of lookouts. Just a reminder, this Prosperity Summit that's taking place at Saratoga City Center tomorrow. A lot of information, a lot of people will be there, a lot of businesses will be there. You can learn a lot about the future when you attend one of these summits. And also, a good friend of the station, Scott Hayden, who's the executive director of the Adirondack Folk School in Lake Luzerne. We found out today that this Saturday at Barnes & Noble in Saratoga, proceeds from sales of the books are going to help the Adirondack Folk School. So we want to tell you that as well. That will be on Saturday. And yet, just one more reminder, man, is democracy in action here in Saratoga. It's fewer than 10 votes. I can't believe this. We'll continue to be all over this story in the days to come. All right, tonight on Look TV, Saratoga City Council meeting. Hey, which form of government? And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.